Gatsby by Jane Crowther, published by Borough Press. And when you look for this book in a shop, the book cover you'll be looking for will look a lot more like this, because this is an ARC and I'm reading it early, and I'm very pleased to be able to do that. Now, it is 100 years since The Great Gatsby by F Scott Fitzgerald was first published, which seems quite amazing. But this is a kind of like a reimagination, slightly different characters, but the very same themes of venality, greed, wealth, but just reinterpreted for 2025, I guess. Nic Carraway is a young woman who's going to use this particular summer to decide what she is going to do with her life. She likes to write, she wants to become a writer, and she's living in a hovel. Really, it's a fisherman's cottage at the bottom of a very large estate, which she is renting from a friend of a friend, and she is in West Egg. Now, West Egg is a little bit more down market than East Egg, and in East Egg you get the true wealthy blue bloods. It happens that her cousin also lives in East Egg, and he will entertain her and invite her over. He is married to T, who is quite a strident, forceful woman, I guess, and so she gets to know various people there and starts dating someone. And more to the point, she discovers who her neighbour is in West Egg, remember, which is a little bit more down market, and it's Jay Gatsby, who's living next door. Jay is now reimagined as a young woman, a social media entrepreneur who has parties virtually every weekend, and Nic obviously hears what's going on, and then one day she is invited to one of these parties, and they are all they are cracked up to be. You know, there is wealth, there is flamboyance, there is colour, and there is lots and lots to eat and drink, as you can imagine. And she begins to find herself inveigled into Jay Gatsby's circle, and she really is quite fond of her in a kind of weird way, and she starts to follow her on social media, obviously, and then Jay follows her back, and that of course causes her own followership to rise exponentially. So this is a story of various different people, their connections, their determination to achieve what they want at any cost. And if you are familiar with the original Gatsby story, this will feel quite familiar, though it has a few ingenious twists and turns. I very much like the writing style that Jane Crowther has. At first I thought it might be a little bit pompous, but then as I got into it, I really enjoyed the richness, the imaginative nature, the putting together of words, and I thought it was a very creative style. The story sometimes was a little bit slow, but for me it was the writing that really carries this story along. So if you're looking for something interesting to read, whether you have read the original Gatsby or not, I don't think it really matters. This is Gatsby by Jane Crowther.